This is the FCD Minitester, which can be used to test everything in a car from fuses and wiring, to bulbs, potentiometers, and all types of ignition modules or electromechanical actuators for turbochargers or throttle valves, fans, electric pumps, and more. In other words, it covers the majority of electronic components in a car, and you can even test them outside the vehicle. All you need is a 12-volt power supply from the car battery. The FCD Minitester is not your typical tester as we know it. It's a modern electronically adjustable tester with basic functions similar to a multimeter. What sets the Minitester apart? First, it's handheld and allows you to send current, but in a limited manner. Second, it can be operated using just your thumb. It also features an informative display where several program levels are shown using buttons. Although there aren't too many levels, users quickly learn and intuitively operate during usage. Now, let's talk about its functions. After turning it on, general warning appears, indicating that it can measure up to 70 volts only and cautioning against measuring high ignition voltages. After confirming the warning, it switches to the so-called potential detection mode. This mode is used for checking fuses and power supply points, as well as ground points. The tester emits an audible signal during continuity testing, similar to what we're familiar with from a multimeter. Checking ground points is quick, even in areas not visible on the display. Higher voltages are indicated by a different acoustic tone and illuminated red LEDs, while ground points are signaled by a lower tone and green LEDs. A group of extended measurement programs is found under Additional Functions, accessible by pressing the back button. Here, you'll find features such as resistance measurement and the detection of voltage spikes and drops, as well as the display of average voltage in alternating current signals. To ensure that the tone is audible only when a certain voltage level is reached, you can adjust the threshold level. The high and low hold peak functions allow you to capture both voltage spikes and drops, with the highest and lowest values frozen on the display for convenient reading. When switched to current control mode, the warning repeats. After confirming the acknowledgement, you can send current to components without limitations, but only up to 8 amps. There are 3 options: single press current, toggle on, off with a press, and automatic repeating half-second frequency for circuit activation and deactivation, useful for instance, when controlling a valve that audibly clicks. Furthermore, you can also limit the pulse width at any frequency from 1 to 3000 Hz, ranging from 5% to 95% of the pulse width. This handy feature allows gradual adjustment from 5% current for sensitive components up to the optimal current level. The FCD Minitester has dual protection mechanisms. When using PWM modulation, the electronics disconnect the tested circuit if the current exceeds the 3 amp limit. Additionally, the entire device is safeguarded by a thermal fuse if the total current exceeds 8 amps. After a brief cool down, you can mechanically reset it and continue working. With it, you can test ignition modules, electromechanical control modules for turbochargers or throttle valves, fan motors, and fuel pumps. It's also suitable for testing injection valves and various electromagnets, magnetic position regulators, and even fuel pressure regulators in the rail. And, of course, it can check all the bulbs in a caravan via an electrical socket. For those who find the 6-meter cable insufficient, it can be extended by an additional 6 meters. You'll appreciate it because it allows very sensitive testing of the mechanics of all motion-related electromechanical modules, detecting any potential mechanical issues. When operating at lower control currents during higher frequencies, you can even listen for mechanical anomalies. The audible beep and indicator lights can be turned off upon request. The FCD Minitester is usable by everyone, whether at home in the garage, at scrapyards, in used car dealerships, or among garage managers and maintenance personnel. Its versatility allows you to handle everything promptly and efficiently.